Okay, we're gonna make a quick stop here at IVL before we move on towards IVT HMT. I'm gonna need some very good containment here from the survivor side before I need a good break. I do need a really good break. But it's going to be Wolves versus WBG here. Trump card attention alongside with Peepers. We're going to be able to see Journalist round 1 as well. Just to go after, just to counter that Opera it seems this time. But let's move on towards the game. This will be Week 8 Day 2 Match 3 Game 1 first half of WBG versus Wolves. For as long as I've known, it's gonna be Lon here up in 2-story. Prisoner shouldn't have too much of a bad time here, especially when we're continuing against an Opera singer, but it seems like Opera is not going to be able to find Prisoner here, as we do see him rotating out as well. Prisoner didn't bring Feather. We did see the footprints on the ground, but it doesn't seem like twice high because it was pretty faint there for our Opera. And it seems like we will change targets, maybe for... You see, the thing is, like, Persica's a small boat. Juan is a big rock near the... No, sorry. Persica's a small boat, sorry. Juan is at the big rock near Big Boat. And then your Prisoner, yeah, everyone's pretty hard to chase here, especially with the Prisoner being able to rotate out early as well. The Peepers will be able to drop down right here. Persica vaulting down a little bit early, which isn't too bad, but knowing that there is not any blink left here for the Hunter to use, this overall it's going to be pretty good for our survivors, especially with the containment side as well. Yes, Seer may vault a little bit slower, but with the owl coming out, it will at least guarantee us a little bit more of a containment time as well. We do put down another Peepers, but this is pretty a long window to play around in. This is a pretty much a really long window to play around in. Persica just standing still. I don't think we TP over is fine. Shadow Dance over is fine. I feel like maybe vaulting over and then dashing will be fine as well. But I guess we just want to get a hit early since we're pretty late on towards the game here as well. So with the Persica jumping down, it's going to be 50% owl regen on the bottom left hand side, as we do see here as well. And for Tong Ai right now, Persica won't get an owl now, but she should be able to get one later on. The flywheel did come out just to buy a little bit more owl time. Okay, so we're gonna try... We probably have around 70% owl. Probably have around 70% owl. 20 seconds until Windows speed boost. We should be able to rotate towards the triple pallet near middle. And with the first officer nearby, that's going to be a Peepers placed down first and foremost. We definitely can use Pocket Watch a little bit early here, especially since it's a first officer. Using Pocket Watch early is not necessarily a bad thing, but you do need to get the rescue later on as well. This is the second one, Pocket Watch utilizer, immediately third one, just to buy a tiny bit more time. Just to buy a tiny bit more time right there. That hit the chair, okay. So Persica's going to be rotating back up here, but there's nothing left up towards this direction though, which is a slight bit of an issue. I feel like for first officer right here, because he's at full health, he shouldn't stray too far away from Persica. He shouldn't stray too far away from Persica. For first officer right here, just get Prisoner to decode your cipher machine, and that overall should be fine here. We are still just missing 2 ciphers, but knowing that the journalist cipher machine is at 91% here as well, journalist will be the one that comes into rescue. Meanwhile, Prisoner cipher machine is going to be a little bit slow here on the run. A little bit slow here on the run. But aside from that, Tong Ai... It's a tiny bit hard here to play around. It is really a tiny bit hard to play around. I would say it's a little bit unfortunate as well that Lon rotated out earlier than expected. Because like if Lon decided to stay in there for a tiny bit longer, we definitely would have been able to see where he was. But with the rescue over there taking the damage, we should be able to get into his basement relatively safe here as well. Still trying to just buy a little bit more time. We shouldn't be okay. Okay, we got the, okay, at least we got a bottle back. I feel like where you wanted to put the, station the, ooh, a nice owl. Wanted to station the what again? The puppet near the chair, so you can body block, but I guess it didn't really work out well. The cipher machine is now going to be primed there. Persica did manage to get the second level out as well. We didn't kind of miss on that side, and this is a relatively long pallet to actually play around. Prisoner was nearby. Nice flywheel, Persica. Prisoner was nearby. We could have went for Prisoner, I feel. and then go after Persica. But that is still going to be another vault over. That's 2 owls they're currently being consumed. By the way, that's a third vault over. Okay, this might be... Okay, that's a terror shock. Okay. Okay, that's finally a terror shock. But there is dungeon near the prisoner. So I feel like even for prisoner right here, he does not necessarily have to get towards the exit gate. The moment that we chair Seer here, Lon is already at the exit gate, and not exit gate, the dungeon, and let's congratulate the 3-man escape here from WBG, moving on straight towards game 1 second half. Let's see here, Alekis warp with confined space detention. This will be not too much of a bad team to actually contain Opera Singer, especially in this map as well. We're going to be able to see Aqua Aeroplane as coordinator and the first officer with only 1 Titaner and triple window speed boost here. With all that in mind, it's the same spawn location as last game. It is the same spawn location as last game here. XMX will be in a little bit of a tight spot. Okay, he won't get hit thankfully, but Pocket Watch will be forced out a little bit early here from XMX as well. We're gonna change targets, looking for 487, who's playing Acrobat. To be honest, Acrobat at double 11 is pretty strong. Acrobat at double 11 is actually pretty strong, especially a small boat too. But with the fast battle braking and the confined, it's going to be a little bit harder here to loop around against an Opera. We're going to be able to dash back right here, 487 immediately in towards the face of the Opera. That's a tiny bit unfortunate, but Alex definitely, I would say that was more of a lucky hit from Alex because he just decided to teleport back, but like the system decided to choose the remnants that was closest nearby. With that in mind, we did miss that. We've warp. We do have warp. Alex warp did come out. Okay, we didn't go through the warp. That's fine. That's gonna be a fireball there currently being consumed, and we did do. Whoa. Oh, that is a 67 down. That is a 67 second down. Right. I probably need to rest more. That's... no, I don't even know anymore. First officer... Okay, Cordy has been highlighted. We know where Cordy is, but first officer coming in for rescue here. He's only 1 pocket watch, so we have to be a tiny bit more careful here. If we got stalled out here pretty early, that would be a little bit bad. But with a teleportation back, I mean, since first officer can use his pocket watch 3 times, it shouldn't be too bad. It really shouldn't be too bad. We just want to guarantee 1 last hit here. 1 last hit did register, but it seems like XMX will be utilizing the last hypnosis in order for us to get away safely instead of double down. But like for 487, you were holding on towards the ball alright, but rebound kiting in such an open area, especially with Shadow Strike being perfectly placed down in the area in which you're going, might be a slight bit of an issue, with Max presence here currently being opened by the Opera Singer. For Opera here as well, I would say more or less with the Acrobat pickup, here lies the question of how to play this game. Because like you're 2.5 life from machines down, your Acrobat is your Acrobat is second chair, and no one else can rescue because of because you're at the corner. Even if you do come rescue, yes, you can guarantee the tie. At least you can guarantee the tie, but you're gonna be needing that 3-man escape. I feel like maybe for this game, it might be better to not rescue and start stalling, because like the survivor furthest away is Aeroplanist, right? Aeroplanist has triple LO pads, but it seems like we're going in for rescue anyways. That's gonna be a normal rescue. The gun can definitely come out. I guess we're trying to force the warp out of Alekasu with this gun. But if we want to, we'll just, you know what, fair enough. Okay, the warp, okay, that's what we wanted. You know what, that's very fair. If that's what we wanted, we did what we needed to do. Okay, that's very fair. Then I guess that's going to be another fireball there currently being consumed. We're trying to catch up to our Acro here, but it doesn't seem like that will be possible here anymore. With the last 3 cipher machine, everyone's decoding. This should be a tie game. So at least the point difference isn't too far spread apart. But now the only issue is Cordy and First Officer, 2 survivors without any items for for endgame here, and this could simply conclude a 3-man elimination game, especially for operas, you know, in which we're trying to play a lot of map control. We can get the first officer down here and chair first officer, and then look for aeroplaners who wants to come in for rescue. That's 100% possible here, especially with the fact that coordinator has to decode 2 cipher machines by herself. And even so, we can most likely change targets here if we really want to do so towards the Cordy. But with the last cipher machine there at 91%, it seems like aero. Alex is double checking the cipher machine decoding progress. Coordinator near middle as well, but it seems like we aren't going to be going towards Cordy, seeing where Arrow is. Arrow is just going to be mainly looking for time stalling. We're going to shadow dance back. We're going to try force out the rescue here. The earlier that we force out the rescue, the better, because if they come in if they come in half health rescued, it'll probably be better overall for the hunter, just because of the fact that like we are stalling way more time here, especially with warp, waiting for warp to come out. That's a very interesting shadow strike. We didn't manage to dash back correctly, but that's going to be a hit down. And of course the cipher machine there, 91%, is going to be primed, but in exchange for the prime here, we're going to be able to get second chair onto its first officer, and first officer without any items remaining here definitely 100% would be eliminated immediately with a max health. Well, not max health. Ooh, terror shock down with a detention hit opera here. I too also think it's with the fact that we're also far away from the exegate, right? So that's going to be a down on XMX. Yavi's small bow, shot gauge, and then Cordy is a big bow gate. We can just warp towards small bow. We can really warp towards small bow, but there's 2 jetpacks on aeroplanes. We have to be a little bit more careful here as well, because dungeon is near small boat after all. But since there's no cheerleader, I don't think there's much to be worried about. But we're gonna wait for Shadow Leap to be ready first. When Leap is ready, I think it makes things a little bit more easier. That's going to be a TP back. It wasn't the best TP. Didn't get a hit right over the pallet right there, but that's fine, because if we use a jetpack that early, that's going to be hit right over the window, and it's going to be a guaranteed 3-man elimination here for Alexis. Let's congratulate WBG for winning against Wolves Game 1 with a total of 6-2, 4-point difference here for WBG.